Hello students, today we are going to study the poem No Men Are Foreign from our book Beehive. The title No Men Are Foreign means that no men belong to another country. The poet wants to say that all men are same, all men are equal. He wants to promote the concept of universal brotherhood. In this poem, the poet wants to tell us that everyone in this world is same. All people, all men are same. They eat, live, die the same way. Everyone gets the bounties of nature like sunshine, land, etc. in equal measure. We can also say that it is a peace poem. In the first line, the poet says that no men are strange and no country is foreign. So he is attempting to remove the borders from the earth which have been erected to separate different countries. Then only no country will be foreign. We will feel every country as our own land. When there will be no borders, everyone will be free to move around. The poet wants to say that the entire earth is one and all the people who live on this earth belong to one human race. Then he says that inside the uniform owned by soldiers of different countries, the human beings is the same. God has made all of us in a similar way, all breathe in the same way. Then he says that all the soldiers are our brothers. We all walk upon the same Mother Earth, and upon our death shall lie in the grave in the same earth. पोएट यहाँ कहता है कि सबसे पहले तो बाउंड्रीज जो होती हैं कंट्रीज़ की बाउंड्रीज बॉर्डर्स उनको हटा दें सो दैट कि कोई कंट्री ही नहीं होगी पूरी धरती एक होगी एंड सो एवरीवन विल बी सेम। और कहते हैं कि बीनीथ यूनिफॉर्म जो हम ड्रेस सोल्जर्स जो ड्रेस पहनते हैं उसके अंदर जो ह्यूमन बॉडी होती है वो सबकी एक जैसी ही होती है। गॉड ने हम सबको एक जैसा बनाया है, हम सब एक जैसे सांस लेते हैं और इसी धरती पे रहते हैं और मरने के बाद इसी धरती में हमें दफन कर दिया जाता है। They refers to those people who belong to other countries. We call them foreigner and discriminate them and fight with them also. The poet says that nature has given all the bounties to all people also just like as he has given to us. Everyone gets sunlight, air, and water in equal measure, which means that God does not differentiate between people from different countries. We all do farming during the daytime, during the time of peace, when there is no war. We live a relaxed life and need the things given to us by nature. Further, he adds that the way we starve during wars and winter time is the same for those belonging to other countries. Even they don't get food at that time. So he wants to say that foreigners who belong to another country and we both are same. And then the poet says that even their hands are same as ours. They work very hard just like we do. He is giving all these examples to convey to the reader that there is no difference in us and the people belong to another country. Now poet कहते हैं कि जिनको हम फॉरेनर्स कहते हैं उनको भी नेचर ने जिस तरह से हमें सनलाइट एयर वाटर दिया हुआ है सेम उनको भी वैसे ही दिया हुआ है। वो भी मेहनत करते हैं, खेती करते हैं और क्रॉप्स ग्रो करते हैं और जब वॉर का टाइम नहीं होता है, पीस का टाइम होता है तो वो भी आराम से रहते हैं, खाते हैं। बट ड्यूरिंग वॉर हम भी लोग जिस तरह से भूखे रहते हैं, खाने को नहीं मिलता है, विंटर टाइम पे खाने को नहीं मिलता है, इन द सेम वे दे ऑल्सो सफ़र द सेम थिंग्स। सो वो कहते हैं कि जिस तरह से हमारे हाथ सेम हैं, हम एक जैसी मेहनत करते हैं। सो ये सारे एग्जाम्पल दे के पोएट ये कहना चाहता है कि वी ऑल आर सेम, चाहे हम किसी भी कंट्री के रहने वाले हों। The poet asks the reader to remember something. He says that we should keep in mind that the people of another country, whom we think to be our enemies, have been bestowed by God with similar appearances like us. God has given them eyes like ours, which open when awake and close when we are asleep. Similarly, He has given them strength which we can win through love. Then he says that in every country, in every land, there is one common thing, that is life. Life means all the things that are living, and if we can recognize them and if we can understand their feelings and realize that they are like us, then there will be no fights or wars between us. ना कहते हैं पोएट की भगवान ने हम सबको एक जैसे बनाया है, हमारी आंखें एक जैसी हैं, हम लोग एक ही तरह से सोते हैं और जगते हैं. सो हर कंट्री में एक चीज़ कॉमन है, दैट इज़ लाइफ. हर जगह हर देश में जीवन है, वो चाहे एनिमल्स हो, ह्यूमन बीइंग हो या ट्रीज हो. इन एवरी कंट्रीज दीज थिंग्स एग्जिस्ट. सो वी शुड अंडरस्टैंड द फीलिंग. हम एक दूसरे को समझें और हम लोगों के बीच में कोई वॉर, कोई फाइट ना हो. The poet says that we should remember that whenever someone tells us to hate a person from another country, to think him as our enemy, and whenever we think someone to be our enemy, then we deprive ourselves, we cheat ourselves, and we condemn ourselves. He says that we should stay away from such negativity. We should not consider anyone to be our enemy. During a war, both the parties must bear the loss. And that is why the poet says that war is not in our favor. He says that whenever we pick any weapon against someone, we should remember one thing. Now कहते हैं कि हमको जब कोई बताता है कि ये जो हैं दूसरे देश के लोग हैं, ये हमारे दुश्मन हैं, सो वी शुड कॉन्डेम. हम अपने निगेटिविटी को कॉन्डेम करें, हम अपने आप को चीट करने से बचाएं. सो वी शुड थिंक ओवर दिस, लॉजिकली सोचें कि वो ऐसा कुछ तो है नहीं. एंड वॉर टाइम में क्या होता है, दोनों तरफ लॉसेस होते हैं, लॉसेस ऑफ लाइफ्स, दोनों तरफ के सोल्जर्स मारे जाते हैं. सो वॉर किसी के फेवर में नहीं है. एंड बिफोर वी शुड टुक वेपन्स, अगर हम हथियार उठाते हैं तो उससे पहले हमें एक चीज़ जरूर सोचनी चाहिए. वी शुड कीप इन माइंड दैट whenever we pick weapons against any person, we make the earth dirty, because weapons kills people and their bodies which fall on the earth make it dirty. Whenever war happens, it leads to a lot of bloodshed, fire and death. These dead bodies accumulate on earth and it make it impure. The fire of the war which erupts, the smoke which comes out, the dust which fills the air, it is so dirty that it pollutes and outrages the purity of the air. With all these things, the poet wants to give us a message that we should not indulge in war. Now, poet कहते हैं कि war, आप अगर वेपन उठाते हैं उससे पहले आपको यह ध्यान रखना चाहिए कि वेपन से लोग मरते हैं और उनकी बॉडीज इसी धरती पर रहती हैं और इस धरती को क्या करती हैं, गंदा करती हैं. वॉर में फायर भी होता है, डेथ भी होता है. सो इन सारी चीज़ों से क्या होता है, फायर से एयर पॉल्यूट होता है, स्मोक्स जो धुएं निकलते हैं उससे पॉल्यूट होता है एयर. एंड इसलिए पोएट कहते हैं कि वी शुड नॉट इंडल्ज इन वॉर. Now finally he ends the poem by writing the first line in reverse and saying that remember no men are foreign and no countries strange. So इसलिए हमें किसी को फॉरेनर नहीं मानना चाहिए और किसी कंट्री को स्ट्रेंज नहीं मानना चाहिए. Now look at some literary devices. From the first stanza we have body breathes, so the initial sound is B, so here it is alliteration. Another one, war longs and wars stops, so winter stops, so W sound is here, so here it is again alliteration. Now again this uniform is here. This uniform represents the military of any country. So this is an employed simile and hence it is metaphor. Now war's long winter. So war is compared as long winters. Again it is employed simile and hence metaphor. Now this one, remember, as you can see throughout the poem, this word is present, so it is repetition. And the last one is enjambment. Throughout the poem, as you have seen, the ideas are constantly changing from one line to another and there is lack of punctuation marks. So enjambment is present in all the 5 stanzas of this poem. So here we come to the end of this poem. Thank you.